Beat Giovanni no matter if you're a beginner or an expert. I kind of like to think of the beginner on the right side and the expert on the left, and you might be like, wait, wouldn't the expert have like 3,000 CP? I mean, in that case, 2,000 plus? Not necessarily. It's gonna all be about the type advantages and the strategies employed, right? And so it's like, if we think about on the right side, that's a Persian with Scratch. On the left side, you're gonna see that it's Galarian Stunfisk also going against a Persian with Scratch, and it's significantly lower than that Machamp's CP. And you might also be like, wait, Persian's only weak to fighting, so why would you use Galarian Stunfisk? And again, it's because we take the expert and the beginner kind of thing, right? So a beginner might think on the right side like, yeah, this Machamp should beat it, it's fighting. It's 2,400 CP, I should be able to do it. And look, also that Persian on the right side is 6,966. The Persian on the left is, what was it? It was something in the 7,000s, but anyway, that's because the trainer levels are different on each one. And so on the left side, that is 7,363 on the CP for that Persian. The account on the left is level 40, and the account on our right, I think it's 38, could be 37, either way. So they also have an Excadrill. Excadrill could be really great, let's say, for going up against Heatran, as long as it doesn't have Fire Spin, right? If it had Bug Bite. If it had Fire Spin, that would be a little bit different. But I'm trying to get my head into that kind of beginner space where it's like, well, maybe I don't have a whole lot of Pokemon, but this is one that I caught and powered up all the way. Like, it's my strongest one. And yeah, beginner may not be level 37 or 38, but I didn't have accounts that were lower. But I'm really getting into the mindset. The Pokemon almost don't really matter. It's more just, what mindset are you in? Our left side is actually doing a lot with a little, right? Because all of those Pokemon are below 1,500, but they're going with the type advantages. They're using the switch and the stun time and stuff with a charge attack. All those things are really good, as well as those are Pokemon on the left that are at least a little bit more spammy than the ones on the right. They generate energy a lot quicker with their fast attacks, comparatively. Like, Vaporeon is a pretty good Pokemon to go up against Team Go Rocket. And again, this is how to beat him, Giovanni, regardless of if you're an expert or a beginner. So it's like, yeah, you can do this where you use Vaporeon at almost 2,800 CP, and it's like, it probably can win in a lot of cases. There's a few factors, of course, your typing, your trainer level, what moves does it have. But if you're kind of copying what the right is doing exactly, you might be like a little bit more sloppy than, say, the account on the left, but you are kind of still at least using some type advantages. And it's like Heatran, for instance, takes 256% super effectiveness from ground, so this Toxicroak with Mud Bomb as the charge move is going to be really great on the left, whereas the Vaporeon on the right, it did just faint, but look at how far it brought it down. Now, the Vaporeon was significantly higher CP, so it's like, again, this is a trade-off between the two attitudes and the two different styles, and that Excadrill could finish it off, really, no problem. And so yes, that account on the right was my wife's account. I can't even remember the last time she played, seriously. That's why it's great, because it's like, it's an account that doesn't get a lot of love, doesn't have a lot of potions, so it's probably missing a lot of their top tier stuff that we could have used for this fight. But anyway, it gets really down to the wire there as you're an expert. Some people may say this is the beginner, right? But this beginner sure knows how to play with very little. But that is just me over there on a different account. And so when all is said and done, here's the main factors. Take advantage of the stun time. That's whenever there's a charge or a switch, or fainting. Make sure to deal super effective when you can, but it's much more important usually to resist. And address the fight not only based on which Pokemon Giovanni throws at you, but also what are their movesets, what are the typings of their movesets? Because a Persian with Scratch, as just one example, is very different than a Persian with Feint Attack. So please click an end screen on screen if you want to see more. And thanks for viewing.